Hi, Mike Violette here of String Sound Studios, and from our Nashville Ting series. Stay tuned for a guitar tutorial or guitar lesson on Lynyrd Skynyrd's Simple Man. We shall be right back. Hey, what's happening with my mouse? Give me a second, folks. Those are problems. All right, here we go. Hey.
Play like a pro at String Sound Studios.
Good day. Once again, Mike Violette of String Sound Studios here. Welcome to our live stream. And I hope you tune in, and I hope you enjoy these live streams as much as I enjoy doing them. So again, we are streaming to you from a whole bunch of different platforms, YouTube, Facebook, all the big ones, Vimeo, and a bunch of others. Excuse me, not Vimeo, a bunch of others, but Daily Motion, DLive. So check them out. But the main ones are YouTube and Facebook. And please remember to join those when you watch the live stream, or if you see this in the future. Really join the YouTube. It's a great platform to watch it. And please check out our Vimeo at stringsoundstudios.com. I'm real excited about Vimeo. I've been on it for years, and it's starting to get more notoriety as of late. Now, I did tell you before that we did, or I didn't tell you, but I'm going to tell you again. We're going to cover about 5 or 6 different concepts that will enable you to play this song. Now, one of the first things when you're doing Simple Man, right, is you want to tune down. If you want to play along with the record, the album, I'm dating myself, all right? Everything is tuned down a half step, right? So that's really important, because you want to be able to play it. And if you're singing it like Ronnie Van Zant is singing it in that key, it's going to be a little bit too high for you unless you could sing it in standard tuning, okay? So we're going to tune down a little bit. Now, we tune down a half step. So my first, hi String Sound Studios, my first thing or business is 6 string, open, that's a D sharp. So we're dropping everything, right? As you can see the tuner, and I'll take you through this. I won't spend too much time on tuning. But use your tuner, get it down there, all right? So, 6 string, open. D sharp. It's maybe a little sharp. Let's leave it, okay? Just a slight bit. All right, so my 5th string, normally an A, would be a G sharp, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that on the monitor. Good? Not, I could zoom it in. Okay, let me zoom in just a little bit. That's zooming out, Mike. Come on, get with it. Let me zoom in just a little bit. And of course, I'm going to zoom in a lot in a minute. All right, so hopefully you've seen all that. There's my G sharp. That was my 5th string open. 4th string open is going to be a C sharp, normally a D, as we know. And 3rd string is going to be an F sharp. Everything's just a little bit sharp, but let's leave it there. As the string comes down, it flattens out just a little bit. F sharp, and this being a sharp, normally a B, right? And then, of course, the first string being a D sharp again. Now, again, when you're using tuners, from what I know, most of the tuners I've seen in my lifetime, this is a snark tuner, they register sharps. They don't register flats. Okay? But if you do get a tuner, you go, oh my God, it's an E flat. Well, E flat and D sharp are the same note. So you have to know a little bit of theory about this. So make sure you go through that and you get the theory going. So we're going to get right into it. So one of the first things in this song you have to do, there's a lot going on. So one, we're going to talk about arpeggio picking. Two, we're going to talk about a 1, 5, 6 chord progression, right? And we're going to play some lower riffs over the chord progression. We're going to do root and fifth chords, okay? That comes in the solo a little bit more. And dynamic playing. This is a very dynamic song, okay? Trying to get warmed up here. So, and following the form of the song is important. So we're going to get right down to it. I'm going to show you the chords. I'm going to show you the picking of this. It's kind of a tricky picking in the beginning. So we'll take a look and do the best we can with that. I can shut the tuner off now. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. All right. Anyway, let's go in and zoom in and start learning some of this. All right. Well, we're going to zoom in on the fretboard here a little bit, or a lot of it. And hopefully you can see. Now, let's go through our chords first, okay? Our first chord, and I play up here, as you know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get my, give me a second. I'm going to get my, and I'll zoom back out. My cushion here, scoot over. All right, now we're cooking. You can see everything really good, okay? All right, sorry, folks. It's live, though, you know. I don't have a little crew here editing everything out as I go. All right, anyway. So, let's take a look. Our first chord is a C chord, right? Let's just strum through the chords. Nice and easy. Then a G chord. Now, you see this here? You don't even need that for this. And he's only picking on these strings here. Actually, he's only picking the first, or 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. I don't think he doesn't go up to the B. Okay? A minor, I would strum the whole thing, just leaving out the 6th string open. So we take a look, we have a C chord, full C chord here, first position. A lot of it's first position chords. You know, it's they get basic chords there. It's about the picking in this, okay? So now your G chord. And now A minor. All right, now that we got that cleared out of the way, the next thing I want you to do is when you come into this song, you have to play an open A, then a B, then a C, okay? Then it goes into all the arpeggio picking. So you have this. Open, A, B. Now I'm going to show you, but I'm going to pick it first down here. I play up here, and it's not easy to play here, so I can show you what string to go. So you're not looking, down here and up there. All right. I don't like the split screen thing, and you can really see everything close. It's just very difficult. I got to go very slow here, and this jumps around. So the name of the game with this arpeggio picking, okay, is the tricky thing. You can use a pick. You can use finger style. I'm not getting into pick this down, pick this up. Use your thumb here. Okay. That's going to be up to you once you get going on this, how you want to pick it. I could give you suggestions. I could give you a lot of suggestions. But the nature of what I'm doing is showing you the song. This is how they do it, and get some kind of arpeggio picking. I was kind of playing it different every, a little bit every time, but I'll show you an exact pattern, what they do. And this way you got something to go by. All right. So now first I'm going to play it down here. So we have this. So let's go to my C chord, okay? So first things first, I have this. See the picking pattern? He's going to go like this. 5, play the bass notes. 5, 3, 4, 5. Then he jumps up to 2. So it goes 2, or they, you know, 3 guitar players in here, or whoever's playing it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 3. So you have this. You're going to go, the interesting thing about this, you're going to go to the G chord and kind of play that same pattern, except everything down a string, right? So you're going to go 6, right? So it's going to go 6, 4, 5, 6, up to the 3rd string, 4. So the 2nd half is all on adjacent strings also. Excuse me, it's on adjacent strings right next to each other. All right, the first part jumps just a little bit. Okay? So let's take it from the C. I'll do it really slow. Oh, lots of play like this. 3, go. G. Okay? And that's your picking pattern. Now, obviously, you know, if you're watching this, again, I'm going to reiterate this point. Don't go, oh, I can play it like here. We don't play like that. I mean, you do tapping. We don't play like that on the guitar. We play down here. But, again, so you can see everything nice and big and nice and clear without any kind of split screen. Hope you like that. You can send me a comment telling me, like, that's good, that's bad, what you think about this, what you think about anything. Okay, again, so from the C, it sounds like this in real life. Now, when we go to the A minor, this is the A minor chord. Remember, here's your A minor. All right? When you play the A minor chord also, I want to get this point in there. Yes, we want to play close to the frets. But when you're playing on the same fret, you're not doing a capo, right? You can't keep close. So this can be here, get the higher finger there, or whatever finger you need to get there, and that's back a little bit, okay? You always train, I'm always telling people you got to play here, but you can't always do that on chords because your other fingers are in the way. Well, the A minor chord is open A. Again, this is 2. All right, 3's right under there. Try to play on the fingertips. Look at the shape of my hand. Okay, nice and up. You don't want to be like this. That's going to create your problem. Now, we do this sometimes, but that's going to create problems. You got, look at the shape of my hands. All right? And you want it, that's to get playing on those fingertips as much as possible. You don't always want to do that. Of course, if you're doing a capo, you won't. But you have this. And 1 is going to go here. So if we build it from high to low here, right? My 3rd finger goes there. My 2nd finger there. Get out. Get that hand out in front. Now like this. Now about out in front so you can stare. My palm's staring at you. Back of my hand rather. Okay? So there's your A minor. That goes for all chords. Now the A minor chord is picked. It's a full bar. These are 16th notes. I'm not talking too much about the rhythm. Just there are a lot of even 16th notes. Okay? I'll discuss that later a little bit. Let's get going. But when you do this, it's similar to the C chord pattern, right? Except there's 2 more beats to it. So we have this. Then you go up to here. You can let the chord go at that point, okay? Because then he comes back with this bass note. All right, so your minor chord is this. So you do go to the 1st string there. Remember that pattern's very similar to the C. Let's go over it again. So the way I pick this is 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, meaning the strings, right? Then kind of the same thing, 5. You can make up different ways to play that. Just keep it in time. Okay, let's do the A minor again. I'll play it down, where I'm supposed to play it. before the note I hit is the open A again. All right, so you have to come up with a pattern here to do this. Let me start again. Now 5, 3, 4. Yeah, do 3 or 5. Okay. That last note before this, you could work on that yourself. But remember, it's arpeggio picking. You have to keep it in time. So let's do it from here. All right, I'll play from the beginning. Ready? Slow. G. And again, it's about the picking here. So I'm spending a lot of time on this, all right? And I'll keep spending time on it. On these chords, write out a picking pattern, all right? Remember, the C is very similar to the A minor. The A minor is very similar to the C. So if we go over the A minor again, I'm doing this. Sorry. 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3. Start it again on 5. 5, 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, first string, second string. So again, one more time. 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3. Back to 5, 5, 3, 4, 5. First string, second string, and then to the bass note. All right, let's do it again really slow. Then I'll play it with the looper a little bit, and we'll move on. Okay. So again, I'm going to play it how it is. I'm not going to zoom out. Just listen. All right, and listen. 3, go. Now I'll zoom out. You watch the left hand. You can watch me play it a little bit with my right hand. Give the thing a little bit to zoom out. And I will play it. It's kind of hard, but watch both hands. Maybe you want to watch my right hand, but you can't see it too well. That's why I play here. So let me zip back over. So we have this. It's hard to see that. So study the music, listen to it a lot. All right. Now let's go before he does the verse. Now let's talk a minute about form. Then I'll zoom in again. All right. You have the intro, the introduction. Okay. If you listen to the introduction, you have the guitar all by itself, and then the band comes in. The second time the band comes in. Okay. So the guitar runs through this chord progression. G. Okay. Runs through that chord progression. Now, the chord progression, we are in the key of C. All right, we're really in the key of B. Sound-wise, okay? Shape-wise, because remember we tuned down. Shape-wise, we're in the key of, shape-wise, we're in the key of C. The C chord, G chord, A minor, all right, in the key of C. Sound-wise, tonality, we're in B. All right. And why do they do that? Well, he probably wanted to sing it lower. They want a little bit, lower sound on the guitars and everything. Okay, they didn't want it higher, or else they'd capo it. But they wanted to keep this open sound. And it probably has more to do with the vocals, where Ronnie Van Zant was hearing this. He said, well, I hear it here, but I just, I like this key and this low. So they just tune everything down. Okay? And that's how they play it. And that's how he sings it. So remember, if you're going to sing it, and you think you can sing it in Ronnie Van Zant's range, fine. If you think you can sing it higher, then keep it in standard tuning, whatever you want to do, right? All right. So, and if you can't sing either one of those, well, get a different singer, someone that can hit the notes. He doesn't sing that high, but I can't sing. He's higher than me. I can't sing it. I can't even sing it in this. It's a little high. The chorus is a little high for me. I try to drop everything an octave, but it doesn't sound good. All right, so I'm not a good candidate to sing simple, man. Whatever. Got to work on it more. I don't sing much anyway. All right, let's talk about what's happening now. All right. So the band comes in the second time. Then he does 2 more times of that chord progression. And back to the chord progression. I mentioned that in the beginning. Okay, the chord progression is a 1 chord, right? C to a 5 to a 6 minor. All right. And 6 minor goes back to 1. Okay? So there's not a lot of chords in here. But it's a good song. There doesn't have to be a lot of chords. Again, it's in the picking. All right? So he does that, and then the verse is 4 times. Mama told me. He plays that 4 times, over and over. Okay? You could strum if you're having trouble doing this and singing. If you are singing it. Okay, and do that. No, just strum. Make it a little simpler. Might I add, too, when the verse does come up, he does, the guitar players do something a little bit simpler, okay? So you could do that, too. Remember, when someone's singing a melody, you want to bump all over them. And they have 3 guitars. There's probably someone doing this in the background. I hear that. This. There's always that. They do this, too. I don't want to get too crazy. Learn the chords, okay? Right? To the G. If you're with the band, especially. All right? You overplay, you're going to bump into each other. It's going to sound like a big mess. All right, so we got through that. Now we're going to talk about the interlude. I'll play it. I said I was going to play it. I'll play it in a little while from the beginning. Now, there's a little bit interlude before the second verse that does things twice. So we're going to go to that. I'm going to zoom back in. And we're going to go right to that again. Okay? Well, zoom back in again. We'll go right to that. All right, here we go. Now, that interlude sounds like this. What do I do? All right, so we got this. So again, we have that open A, B, right? Open A, B. He plays this note. It kind of like does a hammer and pull off, okay? See that? So this is going to play the open D, hammer onto that. Remember when you do the hammer, keep it square. I didn't talk too much about a concept. Oh, there's a lot of hammers. There's not that much in here. Then you pull it off. Go to a C to a G. Now, just since we're on hammers and pull-offs, right? Hammer and a pull-off right away. I mean, you don't have to do that. You could go. Again, I'm going to reiterate this part. You're going to do a pull-off, all right? A hammer and a pull-off. In this case, a hammer and a pull-off. You're going to do a pull-off. Look at that, okay? I want to play close to that nail. I don't want to play back here. Because then I'm going to bend the string. I'm not going to be able to roll off it. Make sure this nail is way down, okay? Below your fingertip line. So I'm going to do a hammer very straight. Okay? Watch. And listen. Open. Then open E. Onto the G. Again, watch this. Open. All right, so one more time. I'm going to go through it slower. Open A. Open D. E. Pull it off. Back to the C. Sorry, to the G. Same thing. Open A. Again, I think I said open B before. That was incorrect. It means open A to a B to a C, right? We always have this bass line. He does that constantly in the song. I mean, there's parts where he doesn't do it. We'll talk about that in a little while. That sounds to me like he slides this, right? You could play the open. That's an A, right? And so is this. Oh, so here's how it sounds. That doesn't sound like that. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay? So that's how it sounds. And sometimes I play it a little bit different. Sorry. Those are mistakes. I don't know, not real. Yes and no. I just sometimes play things a little bit different, but hopefully I show it to you enough that you get the idea, all right? So, all right. I'll play it with the looper up to that point, though that little interlude. Then he goes back to the verse, okay? So we talked about the low riffs over the chord progression. We did that. We did arpeggio picking. Let's review. We did arpeggio picking. We talked about a 1-5-6 progression. We just did the low riffs played over the chord progression. Okay? And let's do a little bit of that. And one of the other things in here, remember, we got coming up. Root and fifth chords. That's over the solo. I'm not going to do the solo right now. Okay? There's a lot of reasons I don't know it. I kind of know it. I can fake, but I'll be here all day teaching you the solo too. All right. The other reason is guitar I'm using, heavy strings on it. Okay. So I can't really bend so good here. All right. And dynamic playing is another concept. And of course, we're talking about following the form. So we got 5 or 6 concepts. There's much more in the song, yes, but those are the main ones. All right. Let me do it from the beginning with the looper, and hopefully I play good. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So I hit the pedal there, get a little bit of overdrive on that. So that's kind of how that sounds in the beginning. And now you go on to the second verse. So remember, 4 times in the beginning, right? Then you have the verse with that progression goes 4 times, twice on that interlude where he plays the single note riffs. Then we got the verse again, verse 2, 4 times on that. Now, let's talk about the chorus, okay? So when you get to the chorus, it's not a lot of arpeggio picking. It's just big chords, hit that. I'm using my Tight Drive Pro by Amp Tweaker, whatever. So get a little more overdrive in there, a little bit distortion, all right? And the picking pattern is more like this. Let me hit it. So you get this sound. Okay, want to pull some out. The other chord in here, yeah, it's still a 6 chord, but it's more like a 6 with a 5th in it. He does not do the A minor on the chorus, okay? So it's a C. Now you can do this, right? But I would go to 2nd, do a capo like this, and then back to that A chord capo, right? I didn't talk too much about capos. If we know how to do a capo, remember, keep it flat, keep it straight, okay? So you got this, open. All right? So again, that's going to be 4 times. A B is simple, 2. So you pound 1. Back to the C. Times, right? One time, C chord. Sorry, C. All right, messed up the flow. Then what does he do? He goes, pick that up, back to the intro. Second verse. So after the chorus, the form in this, you got to be careful with the form in this, right? Play it right. Just listen to it, play along with it, go, I get it. The form here, you go C, G, A minor, 1 time. So it's an intro. Let's say it's an intro to verse 2, okay? So we have that going on. All right, so we covered all the way from the intro, all the way chorus, first chorus, verse 2. So what do you got? You do that intro again, all right? Yeah. Mellow. And the thing I like about, well, there's a lot of things I like about this song, but it's very dynamic. That's another concept we're talking about. And dynamics is the degrees of volume at which music is played. So they have that, they build up to that chorus, they hit the overdrive, right? And then they mellow out to, right? And then Ronnie comes back in with the voice. So that's a really good idea, right? Is it really hard to? No, Lynyrd Skynyrd can play the heck out of the guitar, but it's more of a dynamic type song, okay, with excellent words. And, and arpeggio picking, I mean, it's not super easy, right? But he uses that after the chorus. They just mellow out, and they play that long 1, 5, 6 progression, nice and mellow, back to the... Sets Ronnie Van Sant up, okay? Now you can do verse 2. So remember, you want to be dynamic on this. When you get to that chorus, rock again, okay? So the verse and the choruses are pretty much the same. So we're a good percentage through the tune right now. Okay? What we have to do is we have to work on the chords for the solo section. All right? And that comes after the second chorus. So I'll play it for you, what he's doing. He does that 5 times. Then they do the interlude again. So let's take a look at what we do on that. So it's... All right, let's take a look at what I'm doing. So now, as I talked about before, I have my root and fifth thing. You got to listen to the rhythm on this a lot, okay? It's just a bunch of, sliding around 16th notes. So we have my root and fifth. And what I mean by that is, and this is a C chord, we're going to go to third position, right? 1, 2, 3. In my case, my first dot on the guitar. All right, position. Let's just say position's determined by where I put my first finger. There's a little bit better definition, okay? I don't want to get into that right now. So let's say my first finger's here, okay? And I'm lining up there. I'm going to this is not a big full chord. Okay? It's just a root and fifth. They're staying out of the way of the soloist. We're playing low here, okay? So the soloist, solo is wherever they are, okay? Something in that type thing. So here we're playing the C chord, root and fifth. This is the root of a C chord. That's the fifth degree, all right? So it's not just, this is a chord here. Let's know a little bit about that, right? Root, C, D, E, F, G. Oops, where's my fingers? All right, so we count 5 from C, we get to G. Oh, C and G. That's what I mean by root and fifth. And we go to this. So this is an inside chord, okay? We call this inside because, it's not on the outside string here. So it's inside. Just 1 and 3. And it's not capoed, not a full C. Be careful. You could just do this, right? Tip this, keep that like that. So you're going to play this, and you're going to move to a D. I'm not going to do the exact rhythm, but your movement's like this. Okay? To a G, to an A. This is outside. Now, here's the thing. When you're doing something like this, is he sliding? Well, sometimes he is, sometimes he's not, okay? When you can pick the chord up, he doesn't always slide, but let's do, when we go to a new chord, we'll slide, okay? Right? Hold the pressure down. So I got this. Then you're going to go to the, let me kick in the volume here. Okay? So that's not the exact rhythm. Okay? You want to practice this. Just do that. So you get that feel. It's still, you don't always slide. Right? You can play a chord, keep your fingers on the string, release the tension, and move. Okay? So he does slide up to the D, then goes back to the C and plays it. Okay? And then you're going to go to a G chord. So here's your rhythm. On the G. There's your G. Listen. So you do that first bar. So now what does he do? He plays the G and slides to the A. And he kind of does that same thing again, slides to the A. So we have this. Right? So we have this. And just hold that there. So listen to the G chord, the second half of this. And I would hold that. Yeah, he does something a little funky there, but just hold that and let it ring so you can get back, okay? Here's the whole pattern. Remember, there's legato, there's staccato. Legato is a slide, right? Very smooth. Legato, smooth and attached, how we talk. And then you have staccato too, which is shortening the note. If you notice, ba, ba ba da ba 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 da 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 da. Those short accents are staccato. Listen again, especially on the first one. Stops it. Now, how am I doing the staccato? Not a major feature of what we're doing, but just release the tension. See that? Well, take your fingers off the strings. You're pressing, you release the tension. Oh, and you keep your fingers on the strings there, right? Okay? So here's how you sound. G. All right? When you listen to that G pattern, it's da 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 da. Okay? So just keep listening. Do it slow. Again, 3. G to A. So this last part is da 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 dun dun. Go back to G. Go dun 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 dun. All right? And that's in the song too. So, all right. I got to play the whole thing all the way through to get to that part because the looper, unfortunately, I can't go through that. What happens after he does that 5 times? Then he goes back to the interlude. So we're talking form here. All right, we're following the dynamics form. So he goes back to the twice, right? Now that mellows it out just a little bit. Then he goes right back to a chorus. So he goes from that interlude right back to the chorus. And then it fades. All right? A verse, a verse. Then a chorus. So listen to the song. All right? I guess I could play the whole thing. And we'll back it out and try to play the whole thing for you. So we got that part down. All right? Just really follow the form on this. There's a lot to it. I'll zoom out. I'll try to play the whole thing. Here we go. Long lesson here. All right. Here we go. I got to make sure I kick the pedals in and everything. 2, 4, 2, 2, 3. Time. Right? Not verse yet. Intro, mellow out. Verse. See? Section. Okay, and then so forth and so on. Okay, then it goes back to the interlude. So. And then you go to a verse and chorus and you fade. Okay, you fade or you just keep playing however you want to end the song. All right. Yeah, that solo scene, I believe it was 5 times. I don't know if my backing track is a little off. 5 times than the original version, but it's 5 times when you go. So that whole thing there, listen to that at Simple Man 2. A little something funky there one time, but I don't hear that in the original version. On my backing track did it. So, all right, hopefully that was nice and clean. And Skynyrd can use me. Well, you know, yeah, I'm a little bit younger, right? Hey, Ray, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining. God, Ray. Ray Gulrich, the philosopher. Were you watching the whole time, Ray? I got to finish up. I've been on like an hour here. So, but always watch on Fridays if we can do it. 5:30. You can go back, Ray, and watch all the other ones. Whatever, Skynyrd, whatever. Do a whole bunch of stuff and plan to do a whole bunch of, keep doing a whole bunch of different things. So join my YouTube channel, Raymond. And what else? Join Vimeo. Join all our social media. Okay. I just popped in. Well, I'm tired now. What do you want me to do? Play the whole thing again? All right. I'll play a little for Ray. A little bit. Here we go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Mama told him when he was young, we can make up words up for Ray. He'll sit beside me, my one of many sons. A lot of you gullies out there. All right. Tuesday's gone. You know, that's a really good song. Yeah, I'll probably do that another week. That's a Skynyrd one I do want to do. Nice little mellow ballad. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not prepared for it. I have to work on it. Not that I can't play. I played it here and there, but it's a whole show here, a whole lesson here, right? But got going on an hour or so. But yeah, that's fine. I will do Tuesdays Gone, and I will email you if you want me to do that. I don't know if I'll do it next week. All right? I promise you that, because I like Skynyrd, and I do a lot of them and a lot of everything else. Any more, Ray? Give me two, man. Give me something else. Doesn't have to be Skynyrd. Don't give me like, you know, the Go-Go's or something. You want another tune? What do you want me to do, Ray? Anyone to request a tune, I'll eventually do it. Maybe 5 years from now. All right. No? All right. All right. Ray says, all right. If you think of something, email me, let me know. And please subscribe, Ray. I need subscribers here. All right. Nice seeing you, Ray. Should touch base on the phone here. Hold On? What's hold? Is Hold On a song? Or just hang out a minute? Are you thinking of a song? Hold On. Is that a song? Yes or no? Just Hold On. I mean, I can play Tuesdays Gone, All Right, and Hold On. Are these songs, Ray? Hold On. I don't know. Is it a song? Stand By. Hold On, Stand By. Okay. You stand by. I'm going to show you my standby screen here. Ray's over there thinking of his song. Wait, he's looking at his list. All right, play this song. Skynyrd song. That one? That's a hard one to do. I mean, I could do it. Boston. Yeah, I did some Boston. I did more than a feeling. I could do more Boston. Go look at that. I'll do another Boston tune. Okay. Thing is, I don't have all this stuff like programmed into my backing tracks. I like to play things with backing tracks, and it's more of a lesson thing rather than me just playing tunes. I guess I could do that. I could eventually, and I'm going to do that. Right now, we're doing lessons, but yeah, sure. Boston. Boston's playing the Islanders right now. No, that was last night. If you're into hockey, what a series that was. Yeah, I'll do some more Boston tunes, but I did more than a feeling. I actually did the solo on that, and I did the whole tune. So search back on YouTube. Those are good lessons. You can learn guitar here, right? See, pick up the darn guitar and start learning. That's what I'm doing. All right, I got to roll here onto other things. Yes, Ray, want you to learn guitar. You can still learn. You're not too. It's not too late in life. All right, join in, and if you're around on 5:30, I don't know when I'm always doing these at 5:30 on Friday. Right now, I am. I've been doing that. Seems to be the time slot. If you think there's a better time slot to do it, a little bit later maybe, but according to media, Friday is one of the best days to do this. Thanks, Ray. Okay. Yeah, I hope this one was good too. I got to review it. Sometimes I do them over because technical difficulties, but the last few I've done, I actually had my amp was out. It's I got it back from the shop. There's a couple. It sounds fine. It's just I got to keep something down on it, but it's working good, and it's a nice amp. But I need a little more TLC. I got to call the guy back on it. So, all right, we're playing to Raymond. More Than a Feeling. Yes. Ray, join Vimeo. It's a great. The videos are much better and the audios are much better than YouTube. So go on, look at String Sound Studios. You can do a basic thing on Vimeo and just follow me on Vimeo. It's really a much better platform, although it's not as famous. But hey, they're getting there. All right. Most art content people, and there's much more security on there too as well. Use Vimeo. If you looked at our standby screen that we had in the beginning, we did that on Vimeo and put it right up. So yeah, check out Vimeo and YouTube, and those are probably the two best ones to watch these on, and subscribe to both of those. So you can do a basic thing. Vimeo's a paid thing, but you can do a basic thing, which is fine. And if you wanted to do videos on there, so you could do like the lesser version for like $7 a month. We got like the pro version or something. I tell you what, Ray, I don't ask, but I tell people I'll eventually ask. There's actually, you could go on my PayPal and give me a donation. Will I pay? How much? Yes, every time you watch, I'll give you a penny. Yeah, I got to pay people now. All this time and effort I have to put in this. I got to pay people to follow me. It's that bad. All right, I got to roll. We got to touch base on the phone one day, Ray. All right. Hey, maybe this weekend. All right. But nice seeing you on, and tell all your friends if you have any. All right. Hey, Ray, I mean, you could talk forever, your stories, right? Remember the Allman Brothers concert? Was that awesome, or was what? We got the tickets. My sister won them. What's that? Yes, indeed. Yeah, I had a blast. One of my most fun nights. My sister, I got to tell a little bit about the story. My sister actually won tickets on the radio. We had like great seats, right? Great seats. And she gave them to me because she couldn't. It was New Year's Eve, 1981. I actually looked at that, back at that concert. They have all the concerts listed. And I looked back at that concert. It was New Year's Eve going from 80 to 81. So I was calling everybody. I called Ray. And he goes, yeah, sure, I'll go. Everyone had plans. Not that, I don't know if I called Ray. No, not like I called everyone, but like, wasn't Ray? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the first one I called. Sorry, Ray. I should have been the first one I called. But it was a lot of fun. And we had a really good time. And it was really mellow. And the Allman Brothers put on a great show. And they played Molly Hatchet was the warm-up band. And they were awesome. And then they came out and played together. So the Allman Brothers were known to do this. I mean, must have got out of there like 1, 2 in the morning. And you still have your stub? Yeah, I don't know where that one is. Oh, I did Rush Fly By Night too. And it was so weird, Ray. When I did live stream, I did a Fly By Night and I did a Rush tune. And I started thinking to myself, when did we go to that concert? I don't think you were there. And it was a great concert. It was like one of my first concerts I went to. We got a bunch of us. This was the 2112 tour. So I'm dating myself, right? We must have been like 15. And we all went down to the Palladium. We took the subways. I know Albert. It was me, Albert, John, Scott, Dominic Cinsis, and a couple other people. But anyway, I said, lo and behold, the night I was doing the live stream was the same exact night as we went to that concert, to the day. It was like December 11th. I looked it up. That's pretty cool, So you were the last? No, you weren't the last resort. I called a few people though. I was just calling people. Hey, you want to go to a concert? No, I got that. You want to go to this? You're probably like third on the list. But I only have 3 friends. Yeah, no, I don't know where you were on the list, but it was wherever you are. It was fun. You went. I'm glad you went, and it was good. I'm a fan. Everything's offensive today. Ray's gonna sue me. I'm the last one on the list. That's right, you were the last one. But it was, all right, we couldn't think of a better guy to go with. Probably was one of the best people to go with. He was low maintenance, he's a mellow dude. We had a really good time. My car got hit, but that was all right, That's pretty funny, though, looking back on it. So, I found the guy that hit my car because I went over to the cops. This is a funny story. So we come out. I got to tell the story. We come out of college. We just had a great time. I'm looking across the parking lot. I'm going, dang, my car got hit. Because you can see it on the side. So I walk up and I look and my car's hit. Okay. Wasn't that much wrong. The door went open, but I was mad. So I started looking down and I scraped paint chips off the bumper of, my front bumper, right? The carpenters. Yeah, it is Jim. Yeah. So I went and scraped paint chips, and I go up to a cop, and I approached one guy. I remember this distinctly. I approached one guy, and he had a brown car. I said, whoever did this, Ray, has a brown car, right? And we're walking around the parking lot. Some guy was like fixing his car. And he goes, it was still something a little bit wrong with the grill, and it was a brown car. So I didn't hear you. So then I find some other guy, and his car's smoking and steaming. It looked like a fresh hit, So I said, you hit my car? Oh, no. So I go over to the cops, and I go to the cops, and they go, I think this guy over here in this brown car pointing, to hit my car, and the cop's like, well, how do you know that? Because I got paint chips. He looks at my hand, he goes to his partner, hey, Joe, he's got paint chips. So the cops, that was like, oh my God, that, you got paint chips, so we can really prove that it's brown. So they take the paint chips, they go back to the guy's car, they go back to my car, they pick up pieces of the grill, they put it on, and they go, yeah, that looks like a 79 Le Mans, doesn't it to you, Joe? Yeah. So the guy admitted it, he hit my car. But all in all, we got home. I think I called the lady up, and I got it's like $600 or something for the door. Was a little bit didn't work, but it's hitting the front bumper, and all in all, it was a fun night though. But I just had to tell that story. That was pretty funny too. All right, let me talk about this. Ray actually snuck 9 beers into the Nassau Coliseum. 9 beers. He had his long, navy jacket on, and he snuck 9. It was mellow. We were giving them out to people, and it was, we weren't throwing them around there. I'm like, how did he do that? So he was fine. He was going in front, and I was like 20, maybe 15 feet behind him. And it was like, all right, kid, where's your ticket? I'm like, oh, I got his ticket. And Ray just walks right through. Then they search me down. I got nothing on me. It was like, all right, that was fun. And I don't know, the beers were clanking. It was pretty funny. We had good seats, and they were really good. They had a great sound. Molly Hatchet was awesome. Then they come out and played, and they just jammed. So that was a fun concert. I always like talking about concerts. Mike sounds like Bruce Springsteen. Too much talking and not enough music. Well, does he do that? I don't know. I just did a whole hour of music. What do you want me to do? Yeah, the Carpenters. Hey, Jim, Karen Carpenter has a seriously great voice, or had a great voice. Go listen to her, okay? I mean, I'm not a big fan of their music, but great vocal, a talented girl too. But yeah, it wasn't my thing. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I gotta go, and we will see you over Rob's house, right? Except Ray. Ray won't get invited. You live all the way in the freaking mountains, Ray. All right, I gotta roll, and my mouse isn't working. There it is. Hey. All right, it was fun, guys. All right, remember to do this. Take some guitar lessons. I'll see you later, right?
Play like a pro at String Sound Studio.